Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR PSP. In this episode of our 2011 Career Mode season, we're going to be doing race 15 of 36, the 3M Performance 400 at Michigan International Raceway. And yes, I just did the Craftsman Truck Series race, which was also at this track. I finished 8th place. Did I finish 8th place? Yeah, I finished 8th place. You know, that's not good. As a matter of fact, I only lost 1 point in the points championship of the Craftsman Truck Series. I think that's what it was, because it went from 101 to, I think, 102. I'm still in 3rd place in points somehow. In the next Extras episode, we're going to be doing Busch Series races and Craftsman Truck Series races at Milwaukee. So hopefully, I mean, Milwaukee's usually pretty difficult for me, but hopefully we can get our shit together there and have a good race. Maybe win, or at least get a top 3 or whatever, so I advance ourselves in the points. And it's not looking good for us in the Craftsman Truck Series. And yeah, I'm losing my lead over Tony Stewart in the Busch Series as well because of all that crap. So we've skipped the qualifying session and everything. So we're going to look at our starting lineup for the Cup race. Tony Stewart's on pole, and then we've got Kurt Busch, Greg Biffle, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Scott Riggs, Jeremy Mayfield, my teammate, as well as Scott Riggs. So we haven't seen Casey Kane. I don't know if he's going to be in here as well. Jeff Burton in 8th, Denny Hamlin in 9th, and then Jimmy Johnson in 10th. So I'd like to see where Casey Kane is now that I've got my other 2 teammates in the top 10. Where is he? Casey Kane. Casey Kane. I thought Casey Kane was supposed to be the best driver on my team, but for some reason he's not. I mean, in this game, this was the game where they had all these... This was the time whenever they had all those damn commercials about him. But that was only because he was, like, sexy for women or whatever. And what the hell? Casey Kane! Oh my goodness, you're starting 38th, Casey Kane. Are you, like, Brian Vickers 2.0? I don't know. Okay, the 3M Performance 400 at Michigan National Speedway. The green flag is out, and we are underway here at Michigan. I've got Martrex Jr. and Casey Mears starting in front of me. Outside lane is really taking off, and I can't get to the outside lane. Okay, here we go. I don't like racing at Michigan in this game. Alright. Well, okay. The back of the field had a seizure, and I kind of got through it. I'm on the outs. I hate how the car moves in this stupid track. It doesn't matter what series you go to, the car can't move. Like, you press the button and the car won't do anything. I noticed in the Craftsman Truck Series, so it was really hard to get used to racing that. Craftsman Truck Series, your truck rarely moves at all at any of the races, but at this track, it doesn't matter what series you're racing in, it just won't move sometimes. Okay, we gained on Reed Sorensen right there. I don't know if I should try passing at the bottom here. What the hell? They still got cars wrecking going into turn 1 and crap. Or maybe turn 2, I don't know what I would consider that. So we've already gotten past Casey Kane, of course, because of what happened at the back of the field. Well, maybe that should be the thumbnail, just all these cars everywhere. We're going into turn 1. Yeah, that stuff like that happens in this game. I keep on racing the outside lane. That's like obviously the stupidest idea whenever it comes to racing here at Michigan. Of course, if you're racing on the inside, you frequently bottom out because of how the car moves, and it's annoying as well. I kept on having that problem in the Craftsman Truck Series. Kept on hitting the bottom of the track going into the corners and bottoming out, sliding up the track and hitting other trucks and shit. I have this pretty strong feeling that I am not going to win the Craftsman Truck Series Championship this year with these adjustments to how I'm going to run the championships, not qualifying for anything, you know? Okay, we're going to be on the inside. I'm passing so many cars now that I'm on the inside. That's interesting. I did not have any music planned out for this episode if I get the lead, but this is Michigan, so I highly doubt we're going to have any music here. mean, I know that I've had music at Michigan races before in career mode and race now mode and stuff like that, but I don't think we're going to have it here. Because, you know, I'm trying not to hit other cars and stuff. And I'm not starting in the middle of the field, I'm starting at the back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Okay, this is where I tend to bottom out. Elliott Sadler is jerking his car back and forth next to Ryan Newman. Okay. Alright. Okay. Look, you can even bottom out in the front stretch. I'm serious. I've done it before in this game, and it's so dumb. This is one of those tracks where, I mean, it's both Michigan and California, but it's worse at Michigan. Your car will just simply bottom out at any turn of the track, whether it's the front stretch or turn 1 or turn 3. It's really hard to hold the bottom line. Now the outside, if you come out of the turns on the outside, you get put into the wall because you can't handle the physics and shit. I don't know what the Coca-Cola car just did. Alright, what dang it, Jeff Burton, you cut me off. Jeremy Mayfield, you've been losing spots. What about Scott Riggs? I don't think I passed him yet. I think he's still up there somewhere. Can't really see. This is one of the darkest tracks in the game. I don't know why. Whoa. I don't want to come out of the turn on the outside. That doesn't really turn out very well. I don't know where to go. Okay, I think we're going to go to the inside this time. It's the best idea. And if I might bottom out, hey, Jeff Burton, move over. I'm going to get claustrophobic and kill you. Ah, crap. And you see me jerk my car from the bottom, and it looks like I'm going to hit somebody almost every time I go into one of those turns at the bottom. When I'm on the outside, you can almost be positive that I'm going to hit the wall and hit the car, then just freaking pinball machine my way through the back church or whatever. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. That's the 14 car. Okay. Yeah, I hit the wall and still managed to get past the 14. I'm letting off the gas over and over again because I don't know what's going to happen going into this turn right here. Alright, we're about to reach the halfway point in one lap. Why am I going to the outside? Why am I so stupid? I hate this. If I turn just a little too much... Oh my goodness, why did Kurt Busch slow down so much? Run, stretch! Kyle Petty, don't cut me off. Kyle Petty, don't cut me off. You're gonna kill me. Why is Kyle Petty doing so well? His car sucks. I know it does. I did a Race Now episode with him at Indianapolis. How are you doing this, Kyle Petty? Honestly. It doesn't make any... Well, that's not Kyle Petty. That's somebody else, isn't it? I forgot who drives Kyle Petty's car. I'm trying to remember. It says on the back of his car, but I can't... It won't show up. Sparky. Okay, Sparky drives the 45 car now. I guess I passed... Where am I going? I'm trying to look behind me and see if there's a Scott Riggs back there. I don't know when I passed Scott Riggs. I suck. I don't even know whenever I pass one of my own teammates. But hey, I've been under lots of stress. Jimmy Johnson, control yourself, Jimmy. Control yourself. He's all over the freaking place. He almost took himself out with Dale Earnhardt Jr. I mean, you've seen me bottom out here in Michigan, but what Jimmy Johnson was doing, that was like bottoming out every second throughout the corner. That's kind of dumb and dangerous. Okay, let's work with Sparky. Let's make Sparky an ally. We can do this, right? I've made allies in Michigan. Whenever I'm not inside or outside of them crashing into their car coming out of corners. Or in corners, for that matter. I'm trying to stay behind you. I'm getting tight because you're going down. You don't get tight. Only I get tight because I'm a very tight YouTuber. Not really. I play NASCAR games. That's nothing tight about that on YouTube, huh? Unless you're like a NASCAR game fan, of course. But what am I talking about? Oh, they're taking pit stops. I wanted to make Sparky my buddy, but I didn't get to. Tony Stewart, you're my favorite driver. I don't want to touch you. I want to touch the wall instead on accident. I can't stop touching the wall instead on accident. Dang it, stop touching the wall instead on accident. I keep... I don't know. Crap. Crap. I forgot the rest of the words to the song. It's a regular show song. I remember that song. It's called Aw Snap. But, you know, I'm replacing with all crap. Well, we got the lead. You know, cars started taking pit stops, so that's probably why. I'm not going to risk my... Yeah, I'm definitely not going to risk my fuel running out. Dang it! Dang it! I keep on forgetting that the entrance to pit road is not the pit stupid barrels. And... dang it! I hate that. It is so annoying. It happened to me in the Craftsman Truck Series. I sped into pit road because I forgot that the pit road entrance is not the pit road wall or whatever, where the pit road wall starts. And you people fumbling whenever I've got a 5-second penalty is not going to help me. Dang it. I pay so much for my team to be perfect, and they're still making all kinds of mistakes, including myself speeding into pit road, but it's not my fault. It's EA Sports' fault for putting the entrance to pit road behind the stupid wall. And I'm out of pit road first. I don't see any. Okay, there's Jeff Gordon who let him by. Denny Hamlin. Okay. No indicators showing it behind me. Yeah, they're way back there. All I've got to do is pass 2 cars right now, but I don't know about any of the guys that came in pit road with me. I mean, first, I speed into pit road because the stupid EA Sports shit they program with the pit road and everything. And then my pit crew can't freaking change tires ever. I don't understand why the whole pit road mistakes thing kept on getting worse throughout the making of these games. I told you we wouldn't have time for music and whatever. What the? Yeah, I only took right side tires. That's what happened. I told you we wouldn't have time for music in this episode, and I guess that was kind of legit because we're only going to have 3 laps to go now that I've gotten the lead. And 3 laps is not much time for any song, unless it's one of those 1 minute 30 second or 2 minute and 30 second punk rock songs I have by Rise Against. A lot of the songs from Rise Against's first album were like 1 minute 30 seconds or 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. But still, this was a fun race. This was kind of worth watching. I mean, it's not as bad as a Pocono race. I mean, we got halfway, and even though I put a song in the video, we still had a load of time to go until the race was over after the song. So then my brother came in. We were talking about how I got into SE4R and how long I'd known him for his content and stuff. Yeah, that was cool. So yeah, my brother's channel is McDarion. You know, like McDonald's, except Darion. D-A-R-I-O-N. And he's right now, he's just recording with his Kindle, so it's kind of like crap. But, you know, you can see what's going on with the TV. Kind of. But, you know, just one of those guys that's starting out YouTube the way everybody else would. You know, they just get their camera and put it in front of the TV. That's how I started out. If you go out at the beginning of my channel, my video is recorded with a freaking LG Expression, and I did the best I could to get it right in front of my television and all kinds of stuff. I didn't do any cropping. I literally had it stacked up on a bunch of freaking Harry Potter books right in front of the television. You know, Harry Potter books are key whenever it comes to YouTube videos. Or at least they were. It was the key then. The LG Expression is a piece of shit for a camera phone, but the distance I had from my television screen, I kind of made it work for a little bit. Even though I had terrible frame rate, terrible picture quality, and terrible sound quality. It was easier to see what was going on than what it was for my little brother using his Kindle. Now, if my little brother was had his Kindle closer to the screen and he was closer to his mic and the volume was set well, then yeah, it would probably been better than what I got. Okay, so talking about recording setups and stuff like that, my brother's channel and whatever. Shout out to that guy, because he's my little brother, and I'd be an ass if I didn't give him a shout out or whatever. Alright, Jeff Gordon finished second, and Tony Stewart finished third. Scott Riggs started the farthest of all of my teammates, and Jeremy Mayfield started right behind him. I don't know where they finished. I don't know if I saw them on the table before I started the celebration right here. Doing donuts. Like, I set my TV to 8% volume, like I usually do, and you know, the freaking, what is it? the air conditioner, it turns on and it stays on for an eternity before going off, and then it comes back on like 10 minutes later or something. I don't know. I want to do donuts on Michigan. I want to turn Michigan into Itchmigan. Itchmigan International Eastway. I don't know. You know, flip the letters around with my tires. Get out of the grass. Okay, here we go. Stupid grass, stupid friction stuff. Okay, let's talk about this stupid ass pit road entry thing. I hate this. I personally feel the pit road entry should be right here. But instead, it's like way over here. I don't know how fast I was going whenever I was trying to enter pit road, but that felt like stupid crap. And it same thing happened to me 2 races in a row. It happened in the Craftsman Truck Series race. And I hate how you can't drive your car in a straight line whenever you're going down pit road all by yourself. Ah, dang it. I didn't get on the brakes in time. How wide the pit stalls are here. And then we were racing at, what track was that? The pit stalls were all freaking tiny. I couldn't imagine how they would get to my tires or whatever. That was only a while back, so I don't remember what track it was though. These are some good camera angles, but for some reason, like the walls will just glitch out and disappear from some of them. Like going down the backstretch, if you look at this, the car's all. I don't know. Yeah, right here, I think. Wait, no, that's not the backstretch. But there's this one camera angle down the backstretch where the wall just disappears. The camera angles, they're pretty good. I mean, look at this. You can really tell what's going on, you know? Look, there, the wall just disappears. It's gone for several seconds. And there's supposed to be some grandstands right there or whatever, but those aren't showing up either. Okay, so, race results. I started last and finished first. I led 5 of the 16 laps, and I actually led the most laps, even though I didn't even lead half of them. I didn't lead half of the laps in this race. I would have had to have led 3 more laps to have led half of the laps in this race. Jeff Gordon started 4th and finished 2nd. He led 3 laps. Tony Stewart started on pole and finished 3rd. He also led 3 laps. Jimmy Johnson started 10th and finished 4th. Denny Hamlin started 9th and finished 5th, so he's kind of been improving throughout his career, in my career mode, I guess. Matt Kenseth started 13th and finished 6th. Kurt Busch started 2nd, finished 7th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. started 5th and finished 8th. He led 4 laps in this race. So, if he had stayed out a little bit longer, I mean, their fuel tanks are actually a lot bigger than mine for some stupid damn reason. I noticed that in the Craftsman Truck Series. I have to take my pit stop early because everybody else has got a bigger pit stop than me. But if he stayed out a lap longer, he could have led just as many laps as I did. Well, no, that wouldn't make any sense because, you know, we can't have people leading more laps than are in the race, you know. We have to tie at the finish line. Jamie McMurray started 11th and finished 9th, and then Greg Biffle started 3rd and finished 10th, and he led 1 lap. I think I was like right next to him whenever he had the lead or whatever. I don't remember anything that just happened because I've been focused during the race and stuff. Here's the Jeremy Mayfield was the best finishing of all my teammates. Started 7th and finished 12th. Okay, where did Scott Riggs go? Scott Riggs? Oh my goodness, Scott Riggs. You started... No, that's Casey Kane. Casey Kane started 38th and finished 37th. Wow. Scott Riggs started 6th and finished 39th. My goodness, Scott Riggs. Great qualifying session. Everything else just fell apart. Mike Tyson died. Oh, we didn't have any DNFs this race. That's cool. Anybody else lead laps that I didn't notice? I think those were all the laps I read, you know, with Greg Biffle leading. Yeah, that was it. Alright then. Okay. So, I might as well just go ahead and show you guys the points table before we end this episode and everything. Okay. Standings. I have a 422 point lead over Kyle Busch in the Nextel Cup Series. Then we got Jeff Gordon, Dwayne Johnson, and Jeremy Mayfield, who's 5th in points somehow. Scott Riggs doing better. No, Casey Kane is not my teammate because the game is dumb. He's 14th. Where's Scott Riggs? Scott Riggs is 21st. Okay. Might as well just scroll through all this if you want to see it. I doubt it. This game doesn't even know who my own teammates are. Ron Hornaday is 5th in points. We're looking at 2 teammates in 5th place in points in 2 different series. And I have a 39-point lead over Tony Stewart, like I said earlier. 102 points behind Bill Lester in the Craftsman Truck Series. And then 89 points ahead of Haley B. Haley B in the Whelen Modified Series. Okay, so the next episode of NASCAR on PSP is going to be, the Milwaukee 200 in the Craftsman Truck Series, and then the AT&T 250 at Milwaukee in the Busch Series. So, now that I've finished recording this race for Thursday, I'll record the Monster Jam episode that's got to come out later. I have a race at Eldora to watch in the Craftsman Truck Series that comes on in about 2 hours. Pretty much, almost exactly 2 hours. In 2 minutes. Because that's whenever I'm recording this. So, see you next time. That's that. And episode over.